After getting betrayed, Jinwoo and Yu Jinho were standing in front of the monster spider. Outside the dungeon, everyone waited for their death so they could advance in for collecting loot. Jinwoo suggested to run away. As there was no chance, Jinwoo stayed still and planned his fight. Battling many other monsters had made him already stronger than before. With all the strength he had, he rushed to the monster to attack. Yu Jinho saw the speed of Jinwoo and was surprised. He there noticed as him way above his rank, and thought of him as a liar to take part as low ranker. The spider was still way stronger. The hard skin of his was not penetrable, which was causing trouble. Jinwoo tried to get closer to it so he could attack, but every time he went closer, the spider dodged its attacks. Yu Jinho was standing there witnessing the fight and was unable to speak because of the terror. Jinwoo tried to attack simultaneously, but the spider threw acid from his mouth, so it was impossible now to attack. Jinwoo then realized he has dash ability, which he then used, and his speed was beyond noticing, and so he somehow landed a straight hit on the spider head, which was enough to kill it. The fight was just over. Jinho grabbed all the bags they both had and called out Jinwoo the boss as he saw him way stronger than his league. What more bad could have happened? The hunters just returned to collect the loot, but were shocked watching the monster dead. Without realizing who had killed the monster, appreciated Jinho and ordered him to join them if he kills Jinwoo, but Jinho was not in a mood to side with them and chose to stay by Jinwoo. The hunters then threatened them to kill him, but he refused, so the hunter marched to kill them. Jinho suddenly got a new quest which stated to kill all the 6 hunters or else he will die. As the hunter approached them to kill, Jinwoo in a blink of an eye chopped off their heads with his dagger. As the boss was killed, the cave was about to collapse, so then they both exit the dungeon. They both then reported that everyone died by the monster, and we both survived, and as Jinho was the son of a wealthy businessman, he had some high-level equipment, so Jinho was made the one who killed the monster and Jinwoo stayed hidden. After the incident, the report was sent to Baki as a hunter was killed in the dungeon who was the bother of a S-rank hunter who was a terrible person. H1. Jinwoo came back to his home and brought food for himself and his sister. While he was drinking, he saw ability that he had from which he didn't get any drunk effect, so he drank all the beer. Later that night, Jinho called him and asked to meet at a cafe. Jinho asked a favor from Jinwoo to stay by his side for 19 raids so that he could become a high-rank hunter and make his father proud, as his father was building an empire of hunter guild so they can gather more resources. Jinwoo refused to his offer, but Jinho gave him 30 billion if he helped him and said that he will keep his secret if he helps, and so Jinwoo accepted his offer. Next day, Jinwoo ran and exercised with his sister and was checking his abilities and completing the daily quest. But he saw the stats getting increased, but he was not getting any rewards, so he ran more and more, and finally he got a mystery box. Out of it he got a key. The key showed that the dungeon contains an elixir of life, and at that moment he decided to get it for his mother can be treated. That night he went into the hospital to meet his mother, and later he used the key to enter the dungeon. There was a big surprise waiting for him. A 3-headed monster was in front of him, which was too strong for him. The monster attacked him to kill him, but he dodged. As he attacked, the monster was way too strong for his level. In the next attack, the monster ate his arm, but his body regenerated, but his health was decreasing and monster was way strong. Jinwoo had nothing left in his hand, but then he saw he had a lot of resources in the storage, and one of them was potion. He remembered that he had an ability which recover him from potion. So he drank that potion and let the monster bite him once again, and then the monster got damaged by potion, and then he got an opening and attacked the monster and killed him. He then got a reward which stated that what items required to craft the elixir if life, but he needed to go further in the dungeon, but he refused to go in as he was all tired and could die in there. Jinwoo needed the elixir of life for his mother, but he needed to increase in level, so he needed a lot of missions, so he called Jinho and asked him that we both alone will go in the dungeon, and we have to do it faster, but Jinho told that at least 8 members are required. So Jinwoo told him to bring other, but only we will get in so they won't get dead. Later Jinwoo exercised, but this time he didn't get any extra rewards, and so he looked into his inventory. While looking, he was asked for a mission, and so he accepted it. The guild's rank hunter Baki was having a heated talk with his partner in the company on not going to the island on which they lost and ran away. As Jinwoo was going to the gate for his mission, he saw his old boss Seong. They both greeted each other, and they both were invited to the mission. As they reached there, all their old team members were there. but they all were ashamed to see Jinwoo as they left him to die in the dungeon previously. Then a car stopped there and 3 prisoners came out with a B-rank hunter. They all were going inside. Mr. Xiong was made leader of the current raid, and they all entered. As they all advanced inside, they saw Jinwoo as a changed person who easily landed a hit on the monster inside. Then there were 3 ways inside, and so they all went in with 3 groups. As everyone went in and killed the goblins inside. But then something unbelievable happened. The B-rank hunter killed the prisoners, as he was paid a person to kill them as they had assaulted someone's daughter who later committed suicide, and he was given a lot of money to kill them inside a dungeon so no one could ever know what happened. But what can go wrong? One of the other path was connected to other, and the hunter in there saw everything. As Jinwoo, Xiong, and Jin heard the scream of others, they ran towards them and saw everyone dead there, and so the B-rank hunter challenged them too. But Xiong stepped in thinking of being the strongest among Jinwoo and Xiong, but he was also no match. So then Jinwoo stepped in to save him, and then his powers were out. He battled with everything he had and finally killed the B-rank hunter in front of other. He asked Xiong and Jin to get out while he will go alone and kill the boss, and they did exactly what he said to them. After that, Manger was told that his partner has killed many other hunters, but then Mr. Xiong came in and said he killed the B-ranker with the help of Jin a healer, and so they all were out of the sight. Jinwoo and Yi were walking together and chatting, and out of nowhere Yi told him that she was retiring as she is too weak. Manager Wu had also warned Jinwoo that Hwang is behind him to kill him as his brother died in a dungeon from which he got back alive. Next, Jinwoo and Jinho came together to a gate. Jinho has bought the gate and even brought a team of 6, but paid them to stay out and quiet. Then they both went inside a C-rank gate, and everyone out there mocked them as they will die inside. But after sometimes they came back defeating the boss, and everyone's face was shocked. They then went on to another gate and completed all that too. Time after time, Jinwoo got the level up. Others guild then noticed that someone had bought a lot of gated with huge amount and went in to check on them, and after seeing Jinwoo on the list, he was assured that he had an awakening. He also went to see the gate where they were and saw others standing outside guarding the gate, and after some chat with other, they left the scene so no one could judge them. After returning from the dungeon, Jinwoo asked for holiday as he had some work to finish. Later that night, Sung Maya came to see Jinwoo, the person who was looking for the gates in mourning. Sung then offered double the money Jinwoo was offered, but when Jinwoo told that he is getting a lot, then Sung was shut, and then Jinwoo used his stealth ability and threatened him if he told other about his motives, and so he told Jinwoo that all of a sudden the gates were getting bought, so I was looking into them and I came across to you. So Jinwoo then asked him to buy the gates from him if he wanted, and on high prices the gates were sold, and next morning Sung got to know that he was stupid that he bought the gates as they were sold on lower prices. Jinwoo had stopped the quest with Jinho as he had gotten a change quest mission which he had to complete it earlier, so the gates were useless for him. And so the gates prices were low, but Jinho thanked Jinwoo for selling 3 gates on high price. Jinwoo had gone to the quest which he was given, and he entered the castle. Nothing more he knew about the place, but he could not use his resources in there. And then a steel Solider attacked him. Without knowing the weakness, he wasted his fatal attack on the Solider, but then he got to know he can kill them easily. Jinho on the other side was in front of his father and brother having dinner, and his brother warned him to his doing as he had bought all gates. Another guild was also preparing high-rank hunter for quest on Jeju Island. Jinwoo had more enemy to fight with, a mage which he defeated easily, but had wasted a lot of his strength. He also got an invisible gear which protected him and was weightless. He then entered into another hall of the castle, and inside there was a throne, and a knight egress was defending the throne, and suddenly attacked Jinwoo, and he was unable to judge the attacks of him and was on ground in seconds. He then tried to attack him, but the knight was a lot stronger than he imagined. But he did everything he could do. Manager Wu then came to see the boss Gogun he as he had approved the mission of his partner, which he had didn't wanted to go on Jeju Island. Jinwoo was no match for the knight, but he couldn't give up as he had to complete the mission for his family. Then the knight attacked him with his sword, but then all of a sudden he raged into strength and attacked with all his power to kill the knight and was successful in defeating the knight. He then got an S-rank helmet and even got new resources, But then a lot of gates opened there, and it showed that the quest just started, and so he started to fight with the knight, and a timer started there which was infinite. As he fought them, he could catch his breath, and 5 minutes had already passed, and it was not stopping at all. The other hunters were on their helicopter to go to Jeju Island. In the dungeon, Jinwoo all tired and had no strength to fight, but there was nothing he could do there. He had to fight. Mr. Gu and Manager Wu were talking about their third quest on Jeju Island, which had caused a lot of hunter to die there. Jinwoo was then on the ground, and then he saw a new screen in front of himself, which told that he was being transferred to other place as punishment. It was again the desert, and the huge monster followed him, and a total of 4-hour timer was there. He, without wasting any time, killed them all and was left with 10 minutes, which he used to, but some item for the quest he had left, and when the timer hit 0, he was returned to the quest, and every night there was waiting for him. He had then a lot strength, and then he got the way to kill others, as the mages there were summoning the night, and he attacked those mages there, and then was able to kill everyone. He then got a new abilities which changed his states and gave him ability to summon dead. He then set a name for the army he had gotten for himself. He was really amazed by the army he had gotten, and then he saw Igris and wanted him to be in his army. But when he tried to summon Igris, he only got 3 chances, as it was the strongest knight he fought, and he wasted 2 tries. But on his last try, he tried something different and commanded him to join, and so Igris stood up and bowed down to him. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.